Welcome to another video, and today we're gonna talk about the Valorant rank system. When I read the comments on my videos, I constantly see the question how to rank up fast. And the simple answer to that is play good and win a lot. But my friends, if you understand the rank system, there are actually some clever things you can do which make you rank up faster. And that's where this video is all about. I'm gonna tell you everything about the rank system, so you can use the system in your favor. Also, quick thing to mention, this is a remake from a video I made 3 years ago, but a lot of things have changed since then. That's why I wanted to make an updated version. However, if you think you already know something about the topic, there are timestamps in the video description, so you can click on the part that's most value to you. Now enjoy the video, my friends. Let's begin with the basics about your rank. In Valorant, every player has two types of ranks. Their visible rank, think about platinum, diamond or bronze, and their invisible rank, also called MMR. For simplicity's sake, let's use 1 to 1000 for your MMR rank. Okay, the next thing you need to know is that for each visible rank, there is an MMR linked to it. So in this example, if you're gold 3 and you have 600 MMR, your visible and invisible rank is at the same point. What does this mean? If you win or lose a match, you gain an average amount of rank rating. But here comes the thing. Some players have a way lower MMR than their visible rank is. If this is the case with you and you win a match, you gain way less rank rating than usual, because the system thinks you belong in a lower rank. This might also be the reason that if you get an MVP, make 30 kills in that game, maybe even play the best game in your life, but then only get 15 rank rating, your MMR is way too low. However, luckily for you, this also works the other way around. If your account has more MMR than your visible rank is, then you might play one of your worst games and suddenly gain a lot of rank rating. There's one thing you need to keep in mind though if you play on an account with a high MMR, and that's that you probably play with or against players that also has a high MMR and might be a rank or two higher than you. If this happens to you, don't tilt, my friend. Don't be like, why am I playing against people that are way higher ranked than me? This is unfair. It's not a messed up rank system. The game just thinks that you belong in a higher rank. You'll probably gain more RR if you win and lose less if you lose. And in extreme cases, you might even double up rank if you up rank.
No way that we promoted, right?
Oh. Okay, we got a double promotion. Whoa, easy Mr. Lowlander. Don't use those bad words. Let's go to the next part of the video. There's probably one question that everybody has in his mind now. How can I increase the MMR on my account so that I can get more rank rating per game? And the answer to that is very simple. It's all about your performance. Your MMR grows but also declines faster than your visible rank. In stock terms, while your visible rank might be a Coca-Cola stock, your MMR rank might be Bitcoin, because it goes up and down really quick. This means that if you perform very good for like 4 games back to back, then it's almost certain that your MMR will be way higher than your visible rank, so you can start gaining those rank rating points. And while we're talking about rank rating points, your MMR isn't the only thing that decides how many points you'll get, right? Competitor designer Ever Moir explained it in a tweet. Next to your performance and how well you do for your MMR, you also get points for round differential. With the more rounds you win compared to your enemy, the more points you get. This also immediately means that you never should surrender. If you, for example, surrender at 0-6, then the game thinks you lost the game 0 to 13. And this is no bueno, my friends. Instead, what you better could do is just play the game out, hope you win at least a few more rounds, and even if you still lose the game, you might now lose with only 5 to 13, and you will lose less RR. To put this in perspective, did you ever land on 97, 98 or 99 RR? If you did, think about that one time that you surrendered. If you instead of surrendering just won one extra round, then you probably would have gotten the rank up. Let's go to the next topic now, and that's seasons and rank resets. What do you need to know about that? Well, my friends, for the OG players out there, Valorant has now a new system. Instead of working with episodes and within those episodes you have acts, you now don't have any episodes anymore, you only have seasons. Each season lasts for a year and contains of 6 acts lasting 2 months each. Okay, cool information Mr. Lowlander, but what has this to do with the rank system? Well, my friends, each year there are 2 hard resets. This will happen in Act 1 and 4. When a hard rank reset happens, you will lose your rank and you need to play 5 more matches to regain your rank. But when regaining your rank, there's always something strange happening. Almost every time that you completed your 5 matches, you will get placed a full division or more underneath the rank you got last act. Ah, did you demote Mr. Lowlander? Don't cry, my friend. I know, it sucks. However, something that will almost stay the same is your MMR. Sure, your MMR will change a little bit during your 5 placement matches, but it wouldn't go down a full division even if you lost all your games. This means that ranking up after a hard rank reset will be way easier. Next topic, let's talk about parties now. If you want to rank up fast, is it better to play solo, duo, 3-man or maybe even even with the 5 stack. Here are some things you need to know about parties. The first thing is something that not a lot of Valorant players know, but if you play with some friends, there's a higher chance that the size of your group will also be in the enemy team. So for example, if you play with 3 or maybe 5 people, then there's a high chance that the enemy players also consist of a team with 3 or 5 people. This makes sense, right? It's to keep the teams in balance. Also the reason that when you want to start a game with 3 or 5 men, it will take a little longer to get into the game. It's a nice system, but there's a very big flaw with this system. If you want to start up a ranked game with multiple of your friends, there's a very low chance that every one of your friend group is exactly the same rank. Usually one is better than the other, so when you start up a game, it's maybe that guy that's always top fragging and another guy that's always bottom fragging. This also means that how bigger your party is, how more imbalanced the teams will be. If you look at this graph over here, you see that not every rank can play with every rank. If your best mate from school is for example Platinum 1 and you are still trying but not good enough and you are Silver 2, then you two cannot play together. But man, oh, it's your best friend and you want to play together, right? So what will happen? The Platinum player is gonna make a smurf so he can play ranked with his friend. But Mr. Lowlander, they can also play normal games, right? Honestly, yes, they can. But for my own experience, playing competitive is way more fun. But let's go to the point now. With the more people you play, the more chance your teams will become imbalanced. And like we said earlier, if you play with more people, you also play against people that are queuing together. And this makes the chance of playing against smurfs also way more likely. On top of that, if you play with the 5 stack, you can play with any rank of your friends. And not a lot of people know this, but when you do this, your whole team will get a 25% reduction of gaining RR. Even 90% if you're Radiant. So of course, playing with the 5 stack is not good for ranking up. So if you purely want to rank up, I would recommend to either solo queue or duo queue with someone around your same rank. But of course, I understand that the games will be way more fun if you play with your in real life friends. Just keep in mind that the teams sometimes might be very imbalanced when you do that. Okay, let's move on now. There are 4 more topics that I want to discuss, but these are very small things, so I cropped them all in this segment of this video. First thing, rank shield. This is the newest edition of Valorant, but it's very easy to understand. If you promote to a new stone, for example from silver 3 to gold 1 or from platinum 3 to diamond 1, you get 2 rank shields, and now when you get to 0 RR, you can lose 2 matches before you D-rank. The shields will only reset if you promote again and then demote, or of course demote again and then promote. This means that if you have 2 shields, you're at 0 RR and you lose 1, then win 1 again and then lose 1 again. You only have 1 shield left, then win 1 again and lose 2 back to back. Then you have 0 shields left, and your next loss you will demote. The next thing is the rank buddy. Honestly, I personally always rank up and I don't pay attention to the buddies because I don't like them. So what I always thought was that the highest rank you got, that buddy you will get, but this is not true. You need to get 9 wins in your rank to get a buddy. This means that you need to fill the top of the pyramid over here, this part, and then you get a buddy of that rank. Next topic is Radiant. To get into Radiant is a little more complicated than the other ranks, because only the top 500 players of each region can get to this rank, and on top of that they need to pass an RR threshold. And here's the thing, this threshold is actually different in different regions. For example, in LATAM you only need 100 RR, BR, I think it stands for Brazil, is 200 RR, and A in Asia Pacific is 300 RR, and Europe is 400 RR. Maybe I need to change my region to Latin America, because then hitting Radiant might be a little easier. And then to give all you guys a little more motivation during your competitive games, I want you to take things into perspective. A lot of Valorant players think that they are way worse than they actually are. But take a look at this graph. This is how many percent of the players are in each Valorant rank. From this graph we learn that if you are silver 2, you are already better than 50% of all the players. And if you are diamond 1, you are at least in the top 10% of all the players. Only a very small percentage of players is ascendant or higher. So my friends, this means that you shouldn't be hard on yourself. Compared to other players, you're probably better than you think you are, so keep your hopes high, and the most important part, keep having fun when playing competitive games. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you learned anything new, don't forget to subscribe, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.